Get them out the way. So one quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 3-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on here with Charles Davis. Brandon Gordon
as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. On first down, it's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Fails. It's incomplete.
Partner, we're about halfway through the NFL season now, and I'm thinking for the second half, look at the NFC North and keep an eye on Detroit trying to make a move in that division.
Well, that's interesting. Who else do you have your eye on?
Well, I'm also taking a look at the NFC South, and we thought Atlanta would run away from it from the early part of the season, but keep a hard eye on New Orleans. They have been hot, have won 4 out of the last 5, but let's face it, the story the whole league is watching is in Dallas, in Big D, where Dak Prescott's been incredible as a rookie quarterback, but Tony Romo's getting healthy. Will they make the move back to Romo before the year is out?
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. On second down, Cutler. Looking sideline, incomplete. Eddie Royal is intended target, and now it's third down. On third down, Cutler. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On the return, it's Tate. Oh, shifty. Whoa. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Back out come the Lions, and earlier you talked about all their come-from-behind wins this year. They have been sort of the cardiac kids of the NFL, but at 5-4, what do you think of this team? Could this be a playoff team?
I think this is a team that has a great potential to be a playoff team because within the division, they're not going to back down to anyone. And right now, that division is vulnerable. And the Lions, mentally tough, playing with whoever shows up on Sunday. And Matthew Stafford, give him some MVP looks, please.
Ebron's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. From the 50, Stafford. And he hits his target. This is Clay Harbor. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Glenn alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Stafford. He finds Roberts complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him a gain of 37. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring 51st Super Bowl from Houston as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. All you want at the Super Bowl is a highly competitive game, and that's what we have. Both teams have to feel like they're in good shape, and that should lead to a wild finish down the stretch. And with that, it's time to head back to field level as we're just 1 half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they've played so well, I think that's the speech. You nailed it. Just go out and do what you've been doing, and we'll adjust if we see anything different later.
To this point, they've been spectacular. Well, we've got a second. Let's discuss what our crew was talking about before the game. best quarterback so far in the league. Some thought Dak Prescott, some thought Matt Ryan. There were a few Matthew Stafford picks in there. What do you think?
There were some pitch battles going on, weren't there? I'm just glad that they calmed down so we could actually do this game. But I think Matt Ryan, with great help from Julio Jones, has to be one of the top guys to discuss. You mentioned Dak, but how about Ezekiel Elliott powering Dallas? And Matthew Stafford does not get enough attention. If Detroit keeps winning, he'll be in that race.
And on the outside, they're playing press. And on second and 10 now. On second and 10, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down.
Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Cutler to throw on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. A pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The drive begins with a run by Forsett. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Third down now following the run. Here's the option going right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play.
Oh! Punk-ass nigga.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Cutler leads for Howard on the draw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One quarter remains here back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Cutler now to throw on 3rd down. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So a pressure spot now for Connor Bart from the left hash. This from 37. And Bart puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see the
No.
calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They start on the ground with Forsett. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Forsett.
Oh, man.
At the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. They'll give it to Forsett. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
He'll look to throw.
Come on, nigga.
Made the ball roam free and brings that 4th down. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And a short gain there at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line.
You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Bears going up against the Lions. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here come the Chicago Bears and Jay Cutler. Last week, Charles, we were talking about they had the big win at Minnesota. Then you get the bye week. Sometimes a bye week comes at the wrong time. We'll see how they respond against 3-5 Tampa Bay.
Somehow I feel like this came at the right time for Chicago because they had a lot of turmoil going into that game against Minnesota. Many people thought they were really unsettled. Jay Cutler coming back. He still had the sore thumb. Played through it, and they won the game. Got another chance to rest the thumb a little bit more before they go out and try it again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when you talk about this offense, you, of course, have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile. He makes any quarterback that much better.
On second down, Langford. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Cutler. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Glover Quinn came into the NFL as a cornerback, but he's morphed into one of the better safeties in the league, and he just finished this one off with that nice pick.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. The second-year man from Nebraska, it's Amir Abdullah. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They're going to run it with Abdullah. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
But when your first NFL carry is a 36-yard touchdown run with a really nifty move to get into the end zone, people expect big things out of you. And Amir Abdullah, they're waiting for him to fulfill that promise.
Yeah, had the shoulder surgery in January, but really expected to be the man this year in Detroit. So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 0-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
First down, Abdullah. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play.
Brad, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. The play Golden Tate made in overtime. On the catch, you thought he was going out of bounds, didn't you?
I thought he was, and then they reviewed it. He barely stayed in. Not only the catch, but just to evade the tacklers, tiptoe the line. What a play. What a game that was.
I wonder about the flip into the end zone. I wonder if that's a byproduct of the exultation of that move that he made. Almost like he was celebrating what he did. Got in. I think his coach would say, hey, look, we don't need the flip, but we'll definitely take the play and the touchdown.
Stafford on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Royal making the catch over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Cutler to Langford on the draw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these two teams will head to the locker room in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you on over to Orlando. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Stafford gives to Abdullah. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. They come up in an offset eye. Stafford on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
That's caught at the 25. And they got 29 yards there. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down.
What up, dope?
Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter.
Hey there, hey.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Stafford here. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4.
Hey.
Second down. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Again, it's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Good, I'm good, I'm good.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 4th down.
Get the fuck out of here,
You
man.
got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Fuck out of here, man. Bullshit.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game. This for the lead in the final stages. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise.
That was dumb as hell, man. I'll play it like
But it's a
that.
turnover on downs. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare
fucked
for
that
plays
up.
like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, here's Cutler. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Cutler. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And that will was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Still second down.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing now is Cutler. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing here, Cutler. The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be first down, Bears.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Langford, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Langford again. And he's going to lose. Should be backed up to the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. He is going to lose yardage here, and a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And Gold is able to put it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One receiver left, 3 to the right. One last throw here for Stafford. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions.
EA Sports.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So these LA Rams have dropped to 3-5. This defense, though, you've told me, kind of the backbone of this team, isn't it?
It is, and it starts with their front four. Those are the guys that kind of get the most attention, led by Aaron Donald, Robert Quinn coming off the edge. They're terrific, but they have players at every level. Look at the linebacking spots, all right? Alec Ogletree now in the middle. Mark Barron, who they moved to a weak side linebacker. They're tackling machines. And Tremaine Johnson is rapidly becoming one of the better corners in the league. I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. LaMarcus Joyner in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Off on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Charles, what do we make of Todd Gurley? In Week 9, just 48 yards, yet to have a 100-yard game this season.
And when you talk to the Rams, and I have a number of times during the year, you keep hearing the same expression. We're close. We're really close. Holding blocks a little bit longer, continuing to stay with the run game, asking Todd Gurley to break a few more tackles along the way. But they haven't gotten there yet, and it's got to be frustrating for not just him, but the entire Rams offense.
Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully.
Got guilty pleasures, mine just to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police, specs on. I feel like dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, I never come down. I never come down. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. The game, we on the town. Hey, never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin. Yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin. Yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a